because I was trying to think of some cool things to put on like makeup bags.
This is just a test to test my connection.
Are you live on Facebook? Should I just show you what they
Are you live?
Oh, yes. Hello, Facebook. What's going on?
Hi.
This is Melanie Wood Davis, your love and freedom catalyst.
And we are here because
We're having a radical love experience in book signing.
yes.
Yeah. And Miss B here, our poet, is getting ready to bring us some awesome poetry. So we ready to say yes?
Yes. We have Janique.
Oh,
In the house. With some
bombing again.
yes. How do we get that out of stuff? It's automatic. That's what Melanie said when I said that I would do the poem. She was like, "I'm gonna text you sometimes, and I'm gonna just say snap, snap, yes." Mhm. Okay, so when she comes back.
But here she comes now.
Okay. All right, and we are live. So we'll continue the live feed from here.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Me too. I'm good with that as well.
Are you gonna do anything with your book? Are you gonna read any excerpts or anything, or?
Am I going to read an excerpt from it? It's a great idea. Look at that. Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm getting ready to get some Joe color on really quickly.
What'd you say?
How do you get the color on?
Some Bobby Joe lips.
Huh?
She's coloring her lip.
Can I color mine? You got some?
No,
Are these?
you're about to show her you put some makeup on.
I want some. Can I get some of my lipstick? Do you have black?
You want black?
That's what I got on.
So yes, they do. Is this everybody?
No, it is not everybody. Yes. And that's probably the color that Janique, that's the color that I was gonna, that's like the red. I think mine was deeper than that, but yeah. We like playing in makeup, right?
Right. And that's for someone who's fashionista. That's what Joe means. Like it's a term they use for somebody who's fabulous. and if I didn't think I was fabulous before, I know it now because I'm surrounded by all these.
Yes. Last poll. Let me see, can I get... I'm trying to get it to focus, man. It's not focused. Oh, yeah, there it is. What is that? Oh, okay. You know, it's not focusing. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. Hey, Robin.
was really, it was. I didn't know. I was because I don't like.
And what shade? Two black chicks.
Oh, all
Black
right.
wearing.
Nice. Pretty.
Two
Oh, that's
black
pretty.
chicks by Bluff and Jones.
Okay, let me see if I can focus it. It's hard. It's close. It's little. It's bluffering. It's bluffering.
It's bluffering.
Bluffering.
So now I feel good. So, well, basically, all of you all know me.
Yes.
But for those of you who don't, my name is Melanie Foote Davis, and I'm a self-love ambassador and a freedom catalyst. I'm the founder of the Love and Freedom Academy, where I help women and young girls to silence the inner critic that stands between them and their purpose, right? But inner critic, what is that really? Like, am I the only one in this room that has one? Anybody have an inner critic? You know that little voice in your head that sometimes say, oh no, you can't do that. Or, you're too old, you should have done that already. Or, well, maybe you should wait, it's not time yet, you need to make sure it's perfect. That voice, you know, that one that keeps standing in the way. Every time you try to take a step forward, it says, come on girl, come back, you're not ready yet. Anybody can relate to that? Okay.
Yes.
So, just out of curiosity, what do you do when that voice pops in your head? What do you do when that something says, no girl, not yet? Wait a minute, sister, hold on. It's not, nobody from our neighborhood ever did that before. Nobody from our family ever did that before, right? What do you all do? Anybody want to share? No sharers in the room? You procrastinate. Right. And the
You're
procrastination
tired, you go to
sleep. Right. Oh, you go to sleep. Oh, that's another way to procrastinate, right? You suddenly come down with napism, right? What else? Anybody else? Yeah.
Overanalyzation and
Yes.
you stay stuck right there.
That's me on that wheel. Let me just think about this first, sort it out, weigh out all the pros and cons, all of those different things, and 6 months later, I'm still there, right? Which leads to that same path of procrastination, right? What about, are there any perfectionists in the room? Is that the whole room?
I think it's the whole room.
Oh, you push you push your perfectionism down. I've never heard that one before. I push mine down. So, Jack, where did you push it down to? You don't know? Well, we need to find out so that we can make sure we know when it starts to rise up and rear its head, right? So, one of the things, when it comes to the things we think about, a lot of times it's a pattern and it's repeating in our heads over and over again. And so if you're thinking negative thoughts, your tendency is going to be for that pattern and that negative thought to come back again. And just like any other habit, if you wanted to quit smoking or you wanted to give up sweets or whatever it is, television, it's important to replace it with something else. And so I know you all heard of affirmations, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Anybody in the room use them? Yeah. Anybody ever used one that you really didn't believe? Yeah? Yeah. So you're saying it, right? You're saying it. Some of them, I've heard things like, I don't have to worry about anything. God is my source. So I'm blessed and highly favored. And then you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna say that. Right? It's not even 30 seconds before that other thought is already kicking that one out the way. And so it's important to start replacing it. And use that affirmation anyway until you start to believe it. Say it 2 or 3 times a day. Leave things in the room right? Where you can see it. Use it as your screensaver on your phone. Put it on a bracelet. Whatever it is you need to do, but keep saying it, keep thinking about it, keep talking about it until you start to become it, right? You know how they say fake it until you make it? Well, I said let's fake it until we become it. Because if we keep going for that, then we would get right there. Get to where we're trying to get to. What about this? Are any of you all conscious of your triggers that may help to reinforce some of those negative beliefs that inner critic would say?
Yeah.
You are? Yeah. Would you care to share? No? You don't have to share what the trigger is, but you're conscious of it, right?
No,
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes I think when I am about to do something that it could be very life-changing or stepping out, there is a point in time where I will be reminded of all the possibilities of how I can fail. And if that happens, then what will happen after that? And if that happens after that, what can happen after that? Or what people will say, or, how it will look, or, how will I bounce back, or things like that. So it becomes like this snowball effect with that one little, I really want to do this. So sometimes I have to just tell myself, I don't care.
Right. So, like, for me, mine is, but if I do this and I do this well, then I may be, like, success may mean being too busy for the people I care about. So if I hear of an event or something that's going on that's important to someone, but I'm not able to make it if I choose my thing, then, oh no, this is what could become my new normal. Where I'm suddenly not available for the people that I love, the people that supported me, all these different things. So then it's like, okay, well, wait a minute, you're not ready yet anyway. Just come on over here, pull back, reschedule your thing. Those kinds of things can step in. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, but I'm learning more and more to not let that pull me away from where I'm going, right? What about people around you that are reminding you of this negative, like self-limiting belief that you already have, even though they're not aware that they're reminding you of it, but it may be things that they say. Anybody conscious of that? Yeah, because even when I think about, for example, I'll just use one of my jobs, for example. It's like, here I am working my butt off to make sure I'm living with the mindset of abundance. I'm trying to think of things in terms of what is available to me. Thinking about things like looking at Lake Michigan and seeing that I can't tell where it begins and ends, right? Which means it's plenty, right? Looking at the trees and telling, I can't tell where these woods begin and they end. Like, God is so infinite. Like, things can go on and on and on. And if I start viewing the rest of the world that way, I can also see that the possibilities for me are also endless, right? But then when I walk into an office or I get a phone call and I hear somebody saying, well, we don't have enough that, and we don't have money for that, and where are we going to get this from? Then inserts lack right into my environment. I didn't ask for it. It walked in somebody else's body, but when you're hearing that and other people start chiming in, right? We work too hard and we don't get paid enough for what we do. Lack. Like, do you see how these things can start to come in? And if you're not conscious of it, like what we're listening to like it may not be active listening, but our passive listening is just as damaging if we're not careful. So I just wanted to just mention that so that you all can just think about that as you go through your day and start to pay attention to what we're hearing, out there that's coming in here. And if we keep hearing it, whether it's the television, whether it's the things that's popping up on your screen, on your computer, whether it's the radio, we're hearing messages all day long. And we're seeing images all day long. And all of them are telling us something. And so being real conscious of which ones we're buying into and which ones we're paying attention to. Even in terms of social media, it's a great thing if you use it well, but it's so much going on. If you look at your timeline, which things are you really paying attention to? Which ones cause you to pause and read a little more and read the extra comments? Are they the comments that are things that are encouraging you, inspiring you, motivating you, gearing you up to say, oh yes, sis, you can do this? Or is it somebody's drama that you're suddenly being drawn into? And the longer you stay drawn into that, seeing what's going on in that life, their lives, guess what? You're not working on what it is that you want to do. And it's also, I mean, bad things happen all the time to good people. But some things, that's that person's pattern. And so we can love them, pray for them, or whatever it is that we do, right? But we don't have to follow all of that, because we're taking all of that in as well. And it's disrupting what we're trying to work on. And it creates a lot of chaos, confusion, and things like that that can make you lose focus. It's a distraction, and it's really sneaky. The smoke and mirrors are just coming in. Distractions are coming in from all over. And so these are the things that I don't have it all together. I'm not perfect, right? I'm a work in progress just like everybody else. And so that's what I want to encourage you all to do too, is forget about that perfectionism. Go ahead and push it down, Karen. Push it down, girl. Right? Forget about having it all together. Forget about having to wear the mask that, hey, I have it all together. I have this figured out. I have that figured out. Be okay with not knowing. Because sometimes we just need to release, let go, and surrender to that inner knowing, that inner wisdom that's pulling us in another direction, and we're having this battle. Because in here, our heart, our soul is crying out for us to do something bigger, greater, deeper. And then there's all these distractions coming in that's saying, but wait, there's some good stuff happening here. And then somebody may even call you and say, did you see so-and-so's timeline today? Right? Or it may be things going on in the family. So you may get a text message or a phone call, girl, let me tell you what's happening. All of these things are pulling you away from what you were purposed to do. We were not put on this earth to be caught up in everybody's drama while we sit around and watch other people win. We were here, each one of us were given an assignment. And we are fully equipped to take on that assignment, no matter how big or how small that may be. And be careful when we're even comparing ourselves to other people, because that's another form of self-abuse. You can compare yourself to someone and see that they're doing wonderful things, and you think that they just magically did that in 30 days, right? It didn't happen. Maisie right here, if you don't mind me saying, like, one of the things that I love about her, like this, all of these accolades, they didn't happen in a month. It didn't happen in a month, right? And this is something, right? And one of the things I love about it is that I can actually reach out and touch somebody in real life, not on TV, not on Facebook, that I know worked hard. She had strategy, she had dreams, she had a plan. And she put in blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of sweat equity to create what she created. And that's to be respected. But that's the part that people seem to miss out on. And if we're not careful, we can actually get sucked up in it. Or we can think, well, she's just lucky. Well, you know, of course it happened to her because, you know, she has something I don't have. But guess what? You have something special too. And you have something special too. And you have something special too. Nobody's dream is too big or too small for someone else's. And everybody in this room is probably connected to some other, like someone in this room is connected to somebody who is a person that you need to meet to help you take you to your dream, right? It may not be the person in this room, but it may be somebody that they know that you've been waiting to connect with. So the people that are here are the people that are supposed to be here for whatever reason, and I'm not going to try to control what that is about. But just know that we are here for each other, right? And we are okay with being imperfectly perfect, amazing women, right? So like this baby here, it's perfectly imperfect. You're gonna find flaws. There's more things that I wanted to get in here. But guess what? If I had waited until it was just right, then I wouldn't have gotten the text messages that I got the day that it launched, right? I wouldn't have gotten the text messages that said, I couldn't put it down. You know, a certain chapter really resonated with me. I was in tears. Another person, I said I was laughing, and then I was crying. But they wouldn't have had that experience. For whatever it was, it served them in some way. But would they have had that opportunity? Would I have had the opportunity to bless somebody in some way had I waited for this to be perfect? No. So I encourage you all to do the same. Don't wait until you have it all figured out. Take the leap. Because we already know what's familiar. You already know what this life is like. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Awesome. So, one of the things, I have a young lady that I feel like I'm watching grow up. And I'm so excited to introduce her to you all. And I didn't even know she was doing poetry until social media. Go figure. I posted something about filling your love account, right? And investing in yourself, because I really believe that, I mean, everybody's familiar with managing a simple bank account, right? So what happens if you don't put anything in it and you try to get something out?
Not gonna happen.
You gotta fill that account. You gotta fill that account before you can go swipe that card, write that check or whatever. People say write check.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, you know, but you know what I mean. You have to fill it. Well, that's the same thing with you. You have to make sure that you filling yourself up. So when we think about if we're going to make the connection between your bank account and your love account, do you just go out all willy-nilly just giving out your credit card saying, hey, go treat yourself? Here. Okay, she got to be here. You take the American Express. You get the American Express. Black card.
You get the credit card and you get the credit.
Right. We would be really upset if somebody tampered with our bank account, right? Then why do we keep letting unauthorized users distract us from our dream and pull things out of our love account, drain our energy?
Church say
And so I just want you to think about that the next time somebody is like feel like they sucking the life out of you, right? With their negativity, their comments, their whatever it is that they do that brings you down when you see their name flashing on your phone, right? Find a way to just block their access. They are an unauthorized user. Do not give them access to a card and they swipe away until they suck your account dry. And so I had just mentioned something about filling your love account, and then Belinda commented that she wrote a poem about that. And it's like, how awesome is that? See how you don't know who it is, but somebody you connected to is just where you need them to be at the right time. So that is why she is here. So let's welcome Miss B, Belinda. We ready to give her some snap. Snap it up, girl. Snap it up. Snap it up.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I did not title this, but definitely it is about self-love. And it goes like this. If you could only taste my fears, it'd burn your eyes to produce tears like the ones I can no longer shed. As I've done all of my years of wanting to be loved. Love like a first everything that's good. If only it would or could or should last forever. But there's no more love to give because the bank of love is empty, overdrawn and depleted.
Take time, girl.
Why? Maybe because I didn't know what I needed. I tried so many times, I even tried to deny it was me. But she corrected me and said, ma'am, I'm sorry. You have no authority to give what in the mirror you do not see. You must first invest in self in order to give to someone else. Would you like a deposit slip? To deposit just a little bit of love into it. And watch as your investment in self grows. The most beautiful things grow from the smallest things like seeds. You see, in order to receive, you must first give. Give first to yourself. So you know how love felt when you decide to give love back to someone else. That will love you back to yourself. Your health, your wealth, and everything else will come in time when you learn to align yourself in love. Thank you.
Can we have that in writing? You know what? Was that not powerful? she has some love deposit slips.
That's
When somebody ain't giving you no love, here's your deposit slip. I'm walking for you.
That was excellent.
Thank you. And so, you see how that works? I was on Facebook at just the right time to get that comment. Like, even though we knew each other, we didn't know. And then look at how many people were served by that. That's how it works. With us working together. This sister helping this sister, and this sister helping that sister, and that sister helping that sister. Right? Gone are the days when we even buy into the fact that we don't get along. Gone are the days when we believe that, because those are all self-limiting beliefs too, believe that women can't work together, especially black women. Right? Were you not blessed just now? Like, even though I heard it before when she read it to me, my heart was still full just sitting there listening to her, right? I couldn't find my snack because I had to come to my snack. So, anyway, I just wanted to, I don't want to keep you all too long because we're already, running late, but I just want to at least leave you with this. Make sure that you are, Belinda has deposit slips for you, right? But make sure you're filling up your cup first. Fill your account until it's full so that when you need something from it, there's some reserve there for you. Pull from your overflow where it's generating interest as opposed to trying to swipe from a depleted place in your heart. Be okay with setting a self-love day for yourself. You get to choose. You schedule everything else on your calendar. If somebody calls and invites you to do something, what do? Put it on your calendar. So what happens if you just check in with yourself and you realize I just need, whatever that may be, a spa day, a day to just read, a day to just binge on your favorite movies, whatever that is, right? A long walk. It could be nothing. A day to do whatever I feel like doing when I wake up. That I'm going to get up when I wake up, no alarms. All of those things, but schedule it. So can each one of you commit to choosing a day, or at least 2 hours within the next 2 weeks that's dedicated to you, and give yourself permission to stay committed to that. If someone else asked you to do something and you have promised your friend something, you would say, I have a prior commitment. Why don't we do that when our commitment was to ourselves? Why do we view that as something that was less important? We reschedule our time with us to be there for somebody else. And where does that lead you? To a place with depleted funds. Gone are those days. If you choose to. Right? It's a choice. We can put enough stuff out there, but it's up to us to choose it. Make that commitment to yourself and hold yourself accountable for it. If you need to check in with somebody, say, let them know, okay, on October 23rd from 3 to 7, I'm taking some self-love time. If you hear me even mentioning doing anything else, remind me of that commitment I made to myself. I'm counting on you to help me take better care of me. Is anybody willing to do that? Yeah, absolutely. So just give yourself permission to take time for you. Give yourself permission to ask for help when you need it. Hang the Superwoman cape up. Burn it. But that may be too hard at first. That may feel too traumatic, but at least hang it up. Be okay with accepting support. How many of you have ever been in a situation where someone offered to help you and you said, that's okay, I got it? Right. But did you need the help?
Yes.
Could you have possibly benefited from the help?
Right.
Yeah. So what stopped you? Anybody?
Pride. Ego.
Ooh, pride, ego. What else? Stubbornness. Right.
Or mistrust.
Mistrust. But we'll never know if they could handle it if we never give them an opportunity, right? And as long as people It's like some people won't offer help because we look like we have it all handled.
Mm-hmm.
And inside, some of us are actually resentful to the people around us for not offering the help. But yet when somebody offers, we turn it down. Now what sense is that? Like really? Some of us actually will be resentful, like, oh, they just think I have to do everything. If I don't do it, nothing gets done. But guess what? That's a role we chose. That is a role that we absolutely chose. Whether conscious or subconscious, we still chose to take on everything. So please give yourselves permission to say no to someone else, say yes to you. Start renegotiating life on your own terms. Every time the phone rings, we do not have to answer it right there. That's what voicemails are for. Check it. See if it was something that needed immediate attention and make a decision there. But at least that gives you a chance, some time to just settle with that. Choose not to make other people's emergencies your emergency. It may be important, but it's not urgent. Or it may feel urgent to them, but is that really what your priority is? So I'm just going to leave you with that. I thank you all for showing up tonight. My heart is really full. I really appreciate every one of you. Like, really, I really appreciate you being here. And it's time to go get some books.
Where can they find your book, Melanie?
You can find my book on my website at melaniefootdavis.com. And this month, so here's another quick share. So I know it's a lot of causes going on in there. You know, we can't give to all of them. But I knew I wanted to donate somewhere, but I wasn't sure where. And Miss Shondi Wright Brown name just kept coming to me like a week and a half ago. I didn't know why. And then I started getting phone calls about something happening to young people where they were inappropriately touched. And so many people that know me know that sexual violence is one of my causes. And so then I realized that was what I was supposed to donate to this month. So sales for October are going to go to the Don't Touch Me Foundation. And that's Miss Shondi Wright Brown Foundation, where the funds are going towards preventing child sexual abuse. But yeah, I got a couple of phone calls that week from schools and from a couple of other people looking for options to know what to do, and it all started to make sense. So that's my cause for the month.
All right. Aw, thank you. Let me see the book.
It's like you said, you thought the